Hi children, welcome back to online class. Already in previous class, already in class 8th standard, you studied about the quadrilaterals. Okay, so what is quadrilateral? So quadrilateral is a geometrical figure like four sides, four line segments, four sides, four angles, four arms, four vertices is also called as quadrilateral. Okay, so many quadrilateral is there in this room. Okay children, this is blackboard is one of the quadrilateral, so desk is one of the quadrilateral. Okay, the window is one of the quadrilateral. Okay, so now this is one of the room is one of the quadrilateral. Okay, in this session discussion about that quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means this is the one of the closed figure having four line segments. Okay, have I got it this? Okay, so in quadrilateral, how to write in quadrilateral? You see some convex. Convex quadrilateral is there. Concave quadrilateral is there. So convex quadrilateral means so the portions. Okay, this 8 points is there in exterior. Means exterior points. This is called as convex quadrilateral. Now next, so this is edges coming inside the portions. These are also called as concave quadrilateral. Okay children, how do you know? Line segment. AB one of the line segment. Okay children, now next we shall move to that. So many example is that. You see children, blackboard is one of the quadrilateral. So in blackboard is one of the quadrilateral, like opposite sides are equal, and book is one of the quadrilateral. You see book, this is one of the quadrilateral. Why? Because this is one side, this and this. So in opposite sides are equal. So book is one of the quadrilateral, and table this is desk is one of the quadrilateral. I will see some quadrilateral figures like you see children. This is one of the quadrilateral. This is square. This is rectangle. This is one of the rectangle. Why? Because opposite sides are equal. But here, so in all sides are equal. This is one of the square. Okay, square. All the sides are equal. This is rectangle. Only opposite sides are equal. Already mentioned all of you. So in handle some property of a quadrilateral. Handle some property. Handle some property of a quadrilateral. How many children handle some property of a quadrilateral? So in n minus 2 into 180 degree, already you know. Okay, this is formula for how to find out that degrees, which means sum of the quadrilateral. Okay, so having this is one of the blackboard. Okay, this is A, B, C, D. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How many sides is there? Here n is equal to 4 sides. You see children, n minus 2, 4 minus 2 into 180 degree. You see 4 minus 2 means 2 only into 180 degree is equal to 8 into 36. Are you understood? The sum of the angle of the quadrilateral is how many degree? 360 degree. Okay, have I got it this? Now next, if you any, so here in your book, so here this is direct means using the formula, but in your book angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. So here, so you should take that angle DAC and angle ACD and angle D. So this is sum of the angle of the quadrilateral is, so 360 degree is coming. So this is better than, okay, is that, otherwise you should read this one. Okay children, now next types of quadrilateral. So types of quadrilateral, many types is there. First one is parallelogram, trapezoid, First one is trapezium. Trapezium. A, B, C, D. Trapezium. Parallelogram. Parallelogram like this. Parallelogram. Third one is rectangle. Rectangle. The angle will be 90 degree. This is P, Q, R, S, M, N, O, P. Now next, square. Next, kite. A, B, C, D. So in trapezium, pair of parallel sides are equal. Like this one equal, this one and this one equal. This is pair of parallel sides are equal. Next, parallelogram, only opposite sides are equal. Okay, in rectangle, so one angle P is equal to 90 degree, opposite sides are equal. This also, all the sides are equal, but it is a consecutive, means two distinct consecutive pairs are equal. Two distinct, this is a two distinct consecutive pair are equal. Okay children, this is the types of the quadrilateral, like trapezium. Second one is parallelogram. Third one is rectangle. Fourth one is square. Fifth one is kite. Have you understood this? Already you know this. Next, what is that children? So that only explain that. So in square is a rectangle and also a rhombus. Square is one of the rectangle and rhombus. Okay, parallelogram is a trapezium. Parallelogram is a one of the trapezium. A kite is not a parallelogram. Why? Because the distinct two consecutive pair is there otherwise. Next, a trapezium is not a parallelogram as only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. So why? Because this is a trapezium. In trapezium and we required both pairs to be parallel in parallelogram. This is rectangle or rhombus is not a square. Rectangle and rhombus is not a square. Why? Because square in all the sides are equal. Okay children. So in having quadrilateral, how many diagonals you put means, so you should take one quadrilateral means you should put they having two diagonals. You see children, this is one of the quadrilateral rectangle. One should we should take one quadrilateral means, so we should put having two diagonals. Which one? Diagonal. AC and DB. Having how many diagonals having in quadrilateral? Having two diagonals like AC and DB. Okay children, if you take any square, trapezium and kite, okay, you should draw in diagonals, two diagonals. Okay, let's move in properties of a parallelogram. So in properties of a parallelogram means, so you should take one parallelogram. So in parallelogram means only pair of sides are equal, means opposite sides are equal. We should take properties of A, B, C, D. Okay, so one diagonal means cut to one diagonal means this is divided into how many triangles? Two triangles. Okay, which one? A, C, D, one triangle, and A, B, C. Okay, triangle D, A, C, triangle B, A, C. So if you take any triangle, if you take any quadrilateral means we should cut one diagonal means, so having two triangles, that one triangle DAC and BAC. Okay children, have I got it this one? Now next we shall move to that theorem 7.1. So total theorem 7.2, theorem 7.3, theorem 7.4, theorem 7.5, theorem 7.6 is there, and theorem 7.7 is there. Total how many? 7 theorem is there. Okay children, depend upon parallelogram. Okay, I will study it one by one. Okay, first one is theorem 7.1. Theorem 7.1. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. So already you know congruent means what? Same shape and same size is called as congruent. Okay children, so we should draw one triangle. Quadrilateral cut into the two. So cut into the diagonals. This is angle. This is angle. This is one angle. This is one angle. Okay. So in what is that? In theorem on 7.2 or 7.1, a diagonal of a parallelogram. Which one is that? AC is one of the diagonal. Okay. AC is one of the diagonals. Diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into a two congruent triangles. Yes. So this diagonal is coming means cut into the how many triangles? Having two triangles, that is the congruent triangles. So in congruent triangles having same shape and same shape. Okay. A, D, C one triangle and A, B, C another triangle. Okay children. You should write that 7.1 statement. You should write statement. Statement. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent diagonal is AC is one of the diagonals. Okay, you should write the proof. Okay children, ABCD one of the parallelogram. You see that children, open that page number 121. Let ABCD be a parallelogram and AC be a diagonal. Okay, and observe the diagonal AC. Diagonal, which one? AC be a diagonal, and diagonal AC divides parallelogram ABC into two triangles, namely the triangles. Which one children? Triangle ABC and triangle triangle CD, triangle CDA. Okay, we need prove that these triangles are congruent. Okay, congruent means already you know congruent. Triangle ABC and triangle CDA, BC parallel. This is BC parallel to the AB. BC parallel AB and AC is a transversal. Already you know transversal also. Transversal angle. Angle BCA is equal to angle DAC. Where is that BC? Angle BCA is equal to DAC. Okay. This is the pair of alternate angle. Okay, children. Pair of alternate angles. And AB parallel to the, this is pair of alternate angles. In AB parallel to DC. Okay, AB parallel to the DC. AC is a transversal. Okay, transversal angle BAC is equal to angle DAC. What is that region, children? In pair of alternate angles. Already you know pair of alternate angles. Pair of alternate angles. Now next we shall move to that in triangle. Means side AC is equal to CA. AC is equal to CA. This is the common. Okay, in triangle ABC congruent triangle. Which one is that? ABC and DAC. Triangle CDA. Okay, so in measure that opposite sides of parallelogram ABCD, what do you observe? In opposite sides are equal. AB is equal to DC and AD is equal to BC. Here's the proof. Why? Because children, so you should take any parallelogram means, so in pair of opposite sides are equal in parallelogram. We should cut in one diagonal means that is, so in cut two triangles means having two triangles. So cutting one diagonal means having two triangles. Okay, so in two triangles also congruent. Yes, two. Why? Because this two triangles also same shape and same size having. Okay, children. So this is which one? 7.1 theorem. Now next we shall move to that. Are you understood this? Is this there now? Yes. So in theorem 7.2, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Yes. In any, you should take any quadrilateral parallelogram. Opposite sides. Opposite sides means AB parallel to DC and AD parallel to BC. Okay. This is one of the parallelogram. Yes, children, this is one of the parallel. Opposite sides are equal. In pair of opposite sides are equal. That one is that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Okay. Now let you know triangles. This is what you can say about the corresponding parts. Say the corresponding sides. So this is the, in second one, I will already write AB parallel to DC and AD parallel to the BC. This is theorem number 2. This one you should write that theorem 7.2. Okay, let's move in theorem 7.3. If each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram. Yes children, so in opposite sides are equal means this is one of the parallelogram, isn't it? Yes, this is one of the parallelogram. Already draw that parallelogram children. You see children, ABCD is one of the parallelogram like quadrilateral. Okay, side AB and DC. AB and DC are the parallel sides. Means AB is equal to DC and AD is equal to BC. What is that? In triangle. Triangle ABC congruent triangle CDA. Okay, why? Why? Because this is a congruent triangles. Next, angle BAC and angle DCA equals angle BCA and angle DC is alternate angles. Pair of alternate angles. Okay children, therefore ABCD one of the quadrilateral and ABCD one of the parallelogram. Why? Because so opposite sides are equal. This is one of the congruent and angle BAC and angle DCA is the pair of alternate angles. Okay, have I got it? Now next we shall move to that children in a parallelogram. We should take that this is one of the parallelogram now. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Yes, opposite angles. This is AB opposite to the DC and AD opposite to the CD. This is opposite sides are equal. Isn't it? Yes. Yes or no? This is the theorem. Correct is wrong? Yes, correct is that in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So in this converse of this result also true. Yes, using the angle sum property of quadrilateral and result of parallelogram lines intersect by a transversal. We can say that converse is also true. So we have the following theorem. Now it is a common thing. Parallelogram already studied in 6th, 7th, 8th. Okay, so in opposite pair of opposite sides are equal. So otherwise, so this is theorem is true. Now next theorem 7.5. If a quadrilateral each pair of opposite angles is equal, then it is a parallelogram. Yes, in every theorem, what is that? We should compare to the opposite sides. Okay, isn't it? It is one of the parallelogram. So in this, there is yet another property of a parallelogram. Let us study them. Draw a parallelogram ABCD. Draw a parallelogram. This is 7.6. Okay children, A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D one of the parallelogram. So draw the both, it is diagonals, intersect at the point O. Means, so intersecting point is A, D, B, it is a one of the line and AC is one of the line. Intersecting point is O. Okay children, this is that theorem 5. Okay, so you should say that AO, OC and DO and OB. Okay, this is a intersecting point. So this is OA and OC and OB and OD. OA is equal to OC. This is coming in one straight line. And OB is equal to OD. OB is equal to OD. So this is midpoint of the diagonal. Reason this is midpoint of the diagonal. Okay, midpoint of the diagonals. Okay, have you understood children? So in only one point is extra is that this is intersecting point. Now next we shall move to that the diagonals. So in theorem 7.6, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. As so in diagonals of a parallelogram as bisect each other means now what would happen if in a quadrilateral the diagonals bisects each other, will it be a parallelogram? Immediate is true. So this result is converse of the result of theorem 7.6. It is given below. So means diagonals. So bisects of the points. This is A, O, B and O, D, C. Means so theorem 7.5. It is the vice versa theorem. Okay children. So now next we shall go to that 7.7. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. So in last one theorem 7.7. A, B, C, D, one of the parallelogram. This is you should write that children. So A, B, C, D is one of the parallelogram. So in the given OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. As are no children. So is bisecting point is OA is equal to OC and OD is equal to OB is equal to OD. In triangle AOB congruent triangle COD means congruency or congruency. Okay, so in the angle AOB is equal to angle COD. Why? Because it is the bisecting angles, nothing but alternate pair of alternate angles. Therefore, AB is equal to AB parallel CD, AB parallel CD and AD parallel BC. Here's the proof. Therefore, ABCD is one of the parallelogram. Okay children, you do it neatly. So this is theorem depend upon properties from the parallelogram. First one is theorem number 1. A diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. Like so, congruent already you know. Okay. In theorem 7.2, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Okay. Next theorem, if each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram. In fourth one, in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So in fifth one theorem. So in fifth one, if a quadrilateral, each pair of opposite angles is equal, then it is a parallelogram. Okay children. In sixth one, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Next, in theorem 7, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. Now next we shall move to that. Example 1. Show that each angle of a rectangle is a right angle. Children already you know. So in each angle represented by the in rectangle is 90 degree. Okay. Solution, we should draw that figure. Example 1. So you should draw that figure. This is how many degree? This is 90 degree. A, B, C, D. Solution children. Solution. What is the solution? ABCD is a rectangle. Angle A is equal to 90 degree, and angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D is equal to 90 degree. AD parallel BC. AD parallel to the BC, and AB is a transversal. Okay children. Okay, AB plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. So this is 90 degree plus this is one of the 90 degree. Okay. So this is reason interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Same side of the transversal. So your angle A is equal to 90 degree. Angle B is equal to 180 degree minus angle A. Angle B is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree. Angle B is equal to 90 degree only. Okay. So otherwise angle C is equal to angle A and angle D is equal to angle B. Why? Because opposite angles are parallel. Opposite angles of the parallel. Parallelogram. Angle C is equal to 90 degree and angle D is equal to 90 degree. Okay children. Yes. So in each angle of a rectangle is 90 degree. 90 degree is nothing but right angle triangle. Okay children. So in still total 5 example problem is there. Now next we shall move to that example 2 children. What is there in example 2 means show that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. Okay, this is the example. This is example 1. This is example 1. Example 1. Now next we should draw that one quadrilateral. A, B, C, D. This and this equal. So in solution, again I will say that question. Show that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. Okay children. So in consider solution. This is example 2 problem. Okay, consider rhombus. The rhombus. Which one is that children? ABCD. AB. You see, AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. This is alternate means corresponding angles are equals. Why? Because corresponding angles. Okay, corresponding angles. Okay children. Next, triangle triangle AOD, AOD and triangle COB, COB. This is OA, OA is equal to OC. Diagonals of the diagonals of a parallelogram. Parallelogram bisect each other. Bisect each other. Okay, children. You see, this is O, AO and OC. This is the bisecting each other. And OD is equal to OD. This is the common. Are you understand? Okay. And AD is equal to CD. AD is equal to CD. CD. Okay. Therefore, triangle AOD congruent triangle. Which one is that? Triangle COD. Triangle COD by SSS congruency. SS congruency. Therefore, we should compare to the triangle. Now next we should compare to the angle. Angle AOD is equal to angle. Which one is that? COD. Which one? This is corresponding part of congruent triangle. CP, CD. Now we should add angle AOD plus angle COD is equal to 180 degree. This is, we should add angle COD is nothing but this also angle AOD to angle OD. AOD is equal to 180 degree. Angle AOD is equal to 180 degree by 2. 2 ones are 2 nines are. Angle AOD is equal to 90 degree. Okay, children. So in the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to the each other. Okay, children. Are you understood this problem? This is that. Now next you should solve that your notes. Example 3, example 4 and example 5. What is there in example 3? I will say that ABC is an isosceles triangle. What is meaning of iso? In two sides are equal. Triangles in which AB is equal to AC. AD bisects exterior angle PAC and CD is equal to AB. Show that. Okay. So figure also is there. AB is equal to AC. AB, this is one of the isosceles triangle. All also is there. You should copy your notes. Now next example 4. Two parallel lines L and M are intersected by a transversal P. Okay. So middle one line joining draw means that is a transversal. Already you know lines and angles chapter. So show that the quadrilateral formed by the bisector of interior angles is a rectangle. Interior angle is rectangle is nothing but opposite sides are equal. Okay. Is that you should copy that this one also. Now next example 5 also you should copy your notes. Show that the bisector of a angles of a parallelogram from a rectangle. Bisector means you should put the diagonals. You should take the two diagonals. This is the bisecting points. Bisecting points means AO, OA and OC. This is the bisecting points means so one straight line stuck into the two lines. Okay, this is AO and OC means this is the bisecting points. In example 5, we should show that the bisector of angles of a parallelogram from a rectangle. We should draw that one parallelogram. Okay, so in after coming last one isn't it one of the rectangle? Okay, you should you see one of the parallelogram. Okay, angle is you should put this symbol. Okay, you should two triangle having. Okay, so this is one of the triangle. Okay, you should copy children this one in another condition of a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram. This in theorem up to 1 to 7. This is one of the parallelogram. What is there in parallelogram? So in compare to the diagonals, compare to the bisects of the points, and compare to the opposite sides. Okay, but another one condition for a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram, another one condition is that, so in one theorem also is there. Okay children, theorem 7.8, quadrilateral is a parallelogram, isn't it? Quadrilateral is one of the parallelogram. Why? Because in quadrilateral having a 4 line segments, so in opposite sides are equal. Okay, if a pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel, so in pair of opposite angles equal and parallel, in both AB parallel to the BC or DC. Okay children, that only is that. What is that? Theorem 7.8. Theorem. So in another condition for a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram. So one theorem is that, so theorem 7.8. Okay children, 7.8, and quadrilateral is a parallelogram. A quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Parallelogram if a pair of opposite angles, pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel. You see children, draw that one parallelogram. A, B, C, D. Should cut one diagonals. Okay, so this one, this equal and parallel. So AB is equal to DC. This is equal. Okay, AB parallel to the DC. This is condition. Okay, so in quadrilateral is a parallelogram if a pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel. So AB is equal to CD, and look at this one, AB is equal to CD and AB parallel to CD. Let us draw a diagonal AC. So in triangle ABC, congruent triangle CDA. So why? Because this is SAS congruency. Each one say that children, SAS congruency means side angle side congruency. Now next, which one is that? Which one? DA is equal to CD and DA parallel to CB. Okay, so this one in triangle. Why? Because this is, what is that? Equal. This is parallel. This is also equal. This is parallel. Okay children, this is also DA and CB. DAC and ABC. Triangle ABC congruent triangle CDA. Hence this is SAS congruency. Are you understood? Okay. You should take any parallelogram means, so in both sides, parallel sides are equal and parallel to each other. Okay. Let's move that. So in example 6 problem, ABCD is a parallelogram in which P and Q are midpoints of a opposite sides AB and CD. If AQ intersect DP at S and PQ intersect CP at R, show that. So simple is that, children. Are you understood this? So all theorem easy means you know parallelogram. So this is types of parallelogram and special case of parallelogram is there. Okay. All know means it is easy. You don't know means parallelogram it is very difficult. Okay. In example 6. So we should draw A, B, C, D. Okay. This is P, this is Q, this is S, this is R. Okay. So in AP, CQ, yes. Yes, children. 1, 2, 3, 4. Having 4 sides. And DP, this is joined here. This is on. Okay, DPQB is parallel. Next, PSQR is parallel. PSQR. Yes, isn't it? It is a parallel. Okay. So in first one solution 1. In quadrilateral, APCQ. Okay, AP is equal to AP parallel QC. Since AB parallel DC, this is equation 1. Okay, AP is equal to of AB. AP is equal to of AB. Yes, this is full. Next, and CQ is equal to as it is of CD. Okay, this is given. Next, AB is equal to CD and AP is equal to QC. This is equation 2. Okay, children, this is equation 2. From therefore, APCQ is a parallelogram. Equation from equation 1 and 2. Equation 2. Okay, children. Next, similarly, in case 2, DP quadrilateral, DQ is a parallelogram. Here is the DP, BQ. This is one of the parallelogram. Okay, DQ parallel to the BC. This is a common thing, and DQ DQ is equal to BC. Hence, in theorem 7.8. Okay. In third one, in quadrilateral, PSQR, PSQR. Okay, this is PSQR, one of the quadrilateral. You should compare that SP is equal to SP parallel to QR. SP is equal to QR. Okay, this is reason. SP is a part of DP and QR is a part of QB. So hence therefore PSQR is a parallelogram. Hence the proof. Are you understood? Depend upon problem each one theorem 7.8 theorem. This one, what is there in 7 point? Another condition for a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram. Okay children, in this class studied about that, in information about that quadrilateral. What is quadrilateral? Example from the quadrilateral, types of the quadrilateral, the sum of the angle of the quadrilateral, and depend upon properties of parallelogram in theorem up to 1 to 7, and another example problems and another condition of the quadrilateral, like example problem in this section, discussion about that. Okay children, so in next session discussion about that exercise 7.1. so are you understood children? This is quadrilateral topics. Are you understood? So easy is that? Okay, so you do properly. Okay children, thank you, have a nice day.